Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Going to be doing two videos today. Second one later today will be a general news roundup with updates on Vladimida, Matt O'Reilly, Owen Beck, Kwon and several others. But this first video is going to be a player profile analysis video highlights video for a player said to be on Celtic's radar, according to a few football sites, Celtic sites, transfer sites. He is Celtic's number one target for defensive midfield stroke centre-back role. Other sites suggest a different player who I will cover in the more general roundup later today. However, there are several sites saying that Renato Tapia, the Peruvian international, previously at Celta Vigo but now a free agent, is high up on Celtic's wish list to cover central midfield, defensive midfield and centre-back. And he certainly is a very, very good defensive midfielder and a good centre-back also. So, I've put together a couple of different highlight reels from two YouTube scouting channel sites, along with copyright disclosures, with some of the footage. The quality is a little bit poorer than normal, but have tried to take the clearest pictures from the second site and spliced it together with footage from Ultras FC TV, who are one of the premier football scouting sites on YouTube. So after the highlights, which is around about 4 to 5 minutes, we'll have a chat about his stats, chat about how I see him fitting in at Celtic, his good points and his bad points, and whether signing Tapia is a real possibility for Celtic. enjoyed those couple of sets of scouting videos, the full versions are available elsewhere on YouTube. Some further details regarding Renato Tapia. So he's a 29-year-old Peruvian international, 85 caps for Peru, so clearly very experienced at the international level. 5 goals for Peru, 6'1" in height. As I was saying, he played for Celta Vigo up until the end of the 23-24 season. For Celta Vigo, 120 games, no goals and 2 assists. Prior to that, he played for a number of clubs in the Dutch league, and over his whole career for Celta Vigo and his clubs in Holland, 281 career games, 11 goals, 9 assists, and has essentially spent his whole career over playing in Europe, having had a very brief career back home in Peru. 23-24, his season rating for Celta Vigo was good at 7.04 out of 10. He was valued as high as 20 million euros in 2021. In the late in the 23-24 season, his value had dropped to 5 million, solely because his contract was running down, and he purposefully made a decision to let his contract lapse and then looking for a new club. It is said there are 3 teams very closely looking at him: Fluminense from Brazil, Union Berlin in Germany, and Celtic. And Brendan Rodgers is said to be keen on Tapia, looking at him potentially for defensive midfield and possibly even centre-back roles. Looking at his stats over the 23-24 season for Celta Vigo, he had very good ratings for passing, both short, medium and long. Not very good ratings for crosses, however, had very good defensive ratings for things such as interceptions, clearances, blocking shots. Very good ratings for winning aerial duels and ground duels, well up into the 60-70%, which is a very good rating in that area. Not terribly good ratings for goal scoring or shots on goal, and it does appear that the great majority of his play is in the defensive third and in his own half, and doesn't tend to come into the opposition half terribly often, but that may well have been simply the tactical way he is played by Celta Vigo and the Peruvian international side. My own thoughts are this is a big, strong player. He looks bigger than his 6'1" height, good in the air, very strong tackler, very good at timing his tackles, has actually quite a low yellow card and fouls given away ratio for his type of player. He seems to have very quick reactions to the ball, closes down players very well, anticipates passes to get there before the pass has arrived, holds off challenges, wins much more than his fair share of aerial balls and ground duels. Actually has good vision, good passer, good passing range, links up the play very well, recycles the ball to restart attacks, and I actually was also very impressed with his positioning when he's playing in the centre-back role, able to beat attackers to the ball, able to dispossess them, and all around I think this is a very good player who would fit in well at Celtic, was it not for the fact that he is from South America, and Scotland is not the best place for South American footballers, and Celtic do have a relatively poor record signing South American footballers. However, I do think in terms of talent, Tapia is an experienced player, lots of international experience, lots of experience at the top level in Holland and in Spain. I think he would be an excellent defensive midfielder for Celtic. Also, more than capable to play at centre back. And I do wonder whether, if he did come to Celtic, Celtic would maybe use him as a centre back in domestic matches, and then in the European matches when they're wanting to be a wee bit more defensive, pushing him into a central midfield role, which then would allow players such as McGregor, Hatate, O'Reilly, if he's still with us, to push forward into more a midfield role. And I think Tapia would improve Celtic's defensive record quite considerably, both as a centre back and as a defensive midfielder. Would be great to see what you feel yourself, so do pop your thoughts regarding Tapia into the comment section. If you are new to the channel, do consider clicking that subscribe button. Keep the numbers pushing past 850 towards 900 and then to 1,000. And if you do like the video, like the content, like the style of the video, do please click that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and do click the like button as well to improve the YouTube analytics and get further coverage and spread of coverage for this video. So that finishes off our wee profile video, analysis video for Renato Tapia. Let's see, we'll be doing a second video later in the day, which is more of a general roundup, plus a short profile without video highlights of another player Celtic are said to be lining up as a midfield target. And so, for the meantime, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, goodbye, and hail, hail.